Welcome back to the Local 591 podcast. This is our Friday call summary. This week will be a combination of last week and this week because we were unable to do last week's podcast, so it might be a little bit longer today. My name is Gary Scheibel, your local president. Joining me today at your headquarters is your treasurer, Troy Rhodes, your recording secretary, Johnny Binyard, and your executive board member at large, Chris Horvath. Also joining us remotely is your vice president, Brian Coyne. So thanks for helping me with the podcast, fellas. Let's get right into it with our peer support, EAP, and benefits update. So Tony Laporte reported that on the benefits side of peer support that for those with the Plus medical plan, the RHRA deposits for wellness are in a calendar year, meaning the 31st of December or the 1st of January makes no difference. But your medical insurance may not cover the two of the screenings if they're too close together. So if you have a dermatologist wellness check and a health physical wellness check, those are different and each can qualify for the RHRA deposit. That's a good example. He also said that we're very close to the open enrollment for voluntary union insurance benefits. Watch for emails about the policy improvements and the payment processes. And finally, he also reported that the Stay Well prescription is no longer serviced through Accolade. Moving forward, this will be serviced through CVS Caremark. You'll receive more information on how to change this soon. Ken Morris gave an update from the EAP side of peer support. Ken spoke to the difficult topic that continue to be affected by our membership, which is suicides. Not only employees, but also the families. So Ken has been asked to partner in a broadcast town hall that's tentatively scheduled for next week. That would be on August 20th. With a guest speaker who we hope will provide guidance on how to help those in distress, how to cope with loss, and also how to support each other to manage the grief that comes with suicide. So that time and date might be adjusted. Keep an eye on JetNet for any updates and access information. Chris, you want to give the ASAP compliance update?
Sure. So Harry and Joe spoke to the increase in the FAA safety inspector visits on the airfield. Be mindful that they may be watching you. The FAA inspectors are checking the low-hanging fruit, so check out all necessary called-out tools, wipe your struts, when on the check, replenish the spare bulb kits, and document that you did replenish if there were missing bulbs or etc. Also, and as always, this is a very important reminder, always wait to sign or stamp for your task accomplishment until after that task is fully completed. If you didn't do the task, don't sign or stamp for that task. Another subject is task interruption. This is just a reminder that when you're already working an assigned task and for whatever reason you're pulled off that task by your crew chief to accomplish some other unrelated task, you must properly document everything that you've accomplished to that point before you move to start work on the new assigned task. Moving on to the GPM 408, reminder that the revision 169B from 2 weeks ago is an almost complete rewrite of this section, so please take the time to read and understand what those changes are. Finally, critical behaviors instructor-led training started last week. It's a 4-hour class starting with supervision, crew chiefs, then the rest. Gary, Johnny, and myself dropped in and found the class to be quite good, but the focus must be on holding the company's feet to the fire so they follow through. The class speaks to critical behaviors, human factors, and professional standards, and how to make good choices and avoid dangerous choices.
All right, thanks, Chris. John, you want to give the safety?
Yeah, Mike Cockrum is requesting that you please ask your in-station reps when the safety meetings are being held, and also support your reps attending these meetings and making sure your in-station safety issues are brought up, documented, and resolved. Mike says he is also in discussions with the company regarding yellow alert events on the lightning detection system when storms are close to our airports. The company feels a number of our tasks can still be accomplished on aircraft, and we're not good with that. Mike has meetings set up to discuss and resolve these issues. That said, we need to hear if there are any threats for management during a dangerous lightning situation. Next, Mike is still working on a confined space work policy, one outside of the fuel tank entry program. Another issue he raised is with the leaf blowers used on the overnight ultra cleans, more meeting schedules for this ongoing serious issue. Mike did mention that the company is planning an instructor-led spotter training class in the near future. with the goal of reducing aircraft damage events. And because slips, trips, and falls are the number one cause of injury in tech ops, the company is planning a class on how to see and prevent these types of injuries. Next up, from safety, the company sent an email about accessing the PPE catalog. Please read that email and then verify you can actually access the PPE catalog. If you're having any issues accessing that PPE catalog, notify your supervisor or manager to assist in getting resolved and sending a safety concern report. Lastly, from safety, is the toilet bowl clean kit keeps rising back to the surface. The company in negotiations paid for the ability to outsource aircraft cabin cleaning and recognized that this is not aircraft mechanic work. We are not cabin cleaners. The company needs to bring their cabin cleaning vendor in to clean the toilet and area before we aircraft mechanics start working in that area.
All right. Thanks, Johnny. Brian, you want to give your update?
Yes. Thanks, Gary. Terminations are up and the reasons cited are not easy to overcome and get the employee back. Easiest answers to avoid having this happen to you is really pretty simple. Follow the company 100% in accordance with policy. When you follow the company policies to the T every time, you're taking away the biggest hammer the company has with discipline. Workers not following the paperwork and policies. Also, the company's 2013 bankruptcy settlement, which is posted on the homepage of local591.com, enabled the company to avoid millions in compliance fines by committing to, quote, require maintenance personnel to sign off maintenance tasks in accordance with approved technical documentation within 1 year of the effective date of this settlement, unquote. Maintenance Event Assessment Aid, MEAS. Form 198. The Just Policy mandates the 198 to be accomplished after every maintenance event before any other investigations can occur. That form is probably better known as the 5 W's list. You do have the right to a union representative present when you're being asked those 5 questions. These investigations are not to be done via telephone, Zoom, Teams, etc. While the company may ask you, the position of Local 591 is that they must be done in person, and the company must provide you the opportunity to have union reps present throughout any investigation, including the when asked the 198 form questions. Moving on to GRB. Grievance Review Board grievances for later this month are fully prepared for the GRB. Finally, the DFW steward training at DFW got very good feedback, with TW trainer Mitch Lieberman doing a very good job. Some feedback is already planned to improve the next rounds of steward training. We're checking with schedules with Mitch to arrange for training elsewhere. Also, any stewards who need initial refresher grief track training, they can just contact their regional leadership. I'm also looking to arrange a group Zoom session for a solid walkthrough and Q&A on how to file the grievances, along with any other ways to support your reps in their roles.
All right. Thanks, Brian. Chris, you want to give you a field trip update?
Sure, Gary. I reported last week that we tracked 26 line field trips and 20 base field trips. This week, we reported that 24 line field trips and we had 11 base field trips. Myself, Mark Erler, Russ Dittmer, and Gary Scheibel, Brian Coyne, we continue to prepare for the 19 Alpha Alpha arbitration coming up. The team meets with our attorneys again next week. The recent Article 6K meeting, the meeting from the field trip settlement for the out-of-service events that exceed 8 hours, found 9 aircraft and a total of 18 AMTs who will be getting paid for the field trip bypass from this process. We will always reach out to each Local 591 member to make sure they know to watch for the award. Also, MLS outstation field trips, AMTs. If you see any aircraft parts and or tooling in an outstation while you're on a field trip, send, text, or email me those photos so I can work on getting the MLS to those field trips to return those parts and we can get that stuff back in inventory. We were also told that pre-field trip briefings had started, but after asking around, we discovered that those briefings aren't happening on the floor. We will be asking how and when those will actually be started. On to GSE. The GSE Tech Crew Chief, the association, has signed an agreement on the process and expectations for adding the new GSE Technical Crew Chief on the line. In addition to those currently existing GSE Tech Crew Chiefs, this should greatly improve the training of our GSE members, and a lot of credit for getting those done goes to our GSE Facilities E-Board member, Santos Dorda. Good job.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Troy, you want to Give an update here.
Yeah, transfers. The company previously posted a significant number of MLS openings in the CFC Central Fulfillment Center on DFW Airport. MLS e-board John Binky indicated that he was received a list of approximately 60 transfers and upgrades on that initial transfer list, with their relative pecking order, ranking, and the new classification seniority order. John will be working and monitoring this one-off large transfer event to ensure that the existing MLS members, as well as the incoming new MLS members, and their seniority is correct. Membership meetings. Southeast Region will be in Miami next Wednesday, August 20th. Central Region will be in St. Louis on Wednesday, August 27th. The to-be-determined meeting will be on Tuesday and Wednesday, September 2nd and 3rd in Charlotte. This meeting is an extra meeting so that we can get to more stations that may not see us as often for membership meetings. Southwest Region will be at Local 591 headquarters in Grapevine, Texas on September 24th. Check the website homepage for the exact location and times. For the Zoom webinars of the membership meetings, members no longer need to register in advance and get a code via email. The links to the meetings will be posted the day of the meeting on the Local 591 website homepage. You will just need to log into the website to attend. Labor Day meal. Each station will coordinate their Labor Day meal for Local 591 members with their regional vice president. Each station will have $20 per Local 591 member listed on the seniority list in each station to continue the Local 591 tradition of providing Labor Day meals on Labor Day to the members. The total member count and total budgeted meal amount for each station was already sent to all the regional vice presidents a week ago.
Thanks, Troy. Well, that is our podcast for today. Any other comments?
Nope.
All right. Well, thank you for watching. As always, if you have any questions on today's podcast or suggestions for a future podcast, please contact us at info@local591.com. Thanks again for watching, and hope each of you have a great week.